Pitching your new tent can be an intimidating prospect when you don't know how, but with a few tips and pointers, we'll show you that building your new home from home is actually pretty easy. Most tents these days are the tunnel type, where the poles are all parallel. These are the simplest to pitch. It's essential that before you hit the road for your camping holiday, that you make sure your tent is complete. Sometimes they come in multiple bags, so a practice pitch in the garden is the best idea. It'll also mean that when you head to the campsite, you'll already be an expert. Try and get everyone involved. The more hands, the better. And don't rush. Slow and steady is the way to go, and you're less likely to get frustrated. Firstly, lay the tent out, making sure you know where everything is. Outer, inner, poles and pegs. The poles may be different lengths, but will be colour-coded. With one section different to the others, this will match with the tab on the tent itself. There'll also be a big bag of pegs. It's also a good idea to stick a handful in your pocket so they're easily at hand. This tent is a tunnel style, with a sewn-in ground sheet, which is often the case. To find out which one you have a look on our website or pop in store. This is the Zenobia 6, but the principles can be applied to all sewn-in tunnel tents. Have a look at where you want the entrance of your tent to be. There's nothing like a nice view in the morning. If you're on a campsite that doesn't have specific pitches, look for a dry, flat spot that ideally isn't under trees. Peg out each corner, then start slipping the poles through their sleeves. This is a much easier job with the two of you, pulling the tent fabric over the poles as you push them through. Follow this process for all the poles, matching the coloured section to the coloured tabs. Unzip the doors, otherwise you'll create a vacuum inside the tent, making it difficult to put up. Pop the pin in one end and then start lifting the tent, with one of you on either side. If you're struggling and you've got a spare pair of hands, you can always stand inside the tent and help lift the fabric. Remember, it should be quite easy, so if there is resistance, don't force it, as you can damage your tent in this way. The pin will now go in the other end and you're halfway there. Simply repeat this process with the remaining poles. The tent might need a bit of a reshuffle to get it all straight, but just make sure everything looks parallel. Now the guy lines. These are vital for keeping the tent stable in the wind. Even if you turn up onto the campsite on a beautiful still evening, make sure you use every guy line, because you never know when a bit of wind might pick up, and you don't want to be out in your pyjamas with a mallet in the middle of the night. The guy lines should be pegged out at the natural angle by which they are attached to the tent. Resist the urge to pull them tight, as you'll distort the tent. It can be adjusted later. Bang the pegs in at about 45 degrees to get a maximum resistance. If you hit a rock, just pull it out and have another go. While one of you is doing the guy lines, it's a good idea to stick the bedrooms in. Just find the coloured clip, then follow the seams along, clipping in as you go. Now your tent is up. Dome tents with cross poles are put up in a similar way, but a little more care needs to be taken when threading the poles through, so you're more likely to need someone inside the tent lifting the poles up. If you have a tent without a sewn-in ground sheet, the technique is slightly different as you put the poles in, then concertina the tent up from one end. Finally, dealing with condensation, which happens in most tents and most people mistake for leaking. The tent will have plenty of venting, so always keep this open when the weather allows, and having a small towel at hand is a good idea to wipe away any moisture. And that's it. Happy camping!